Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys so much for watching. Today's video is going to be another New Year's Eve makeup tutorial. This one is a basic black smoky eye paired with a really cool antiqued gold winged liner using the Makeup Geek Utopia pigment, which I think is absolutely perfect for New Year's Eve. Yeah, I wanted to get another look up just in time for you guys to rock it on your night out tonight. So without any further ado, let's just jump into it and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is take this color from Makeup Geek called Creme Brulee on an E40 brush from Sigma, and we're just going to buff that into our crease as our transition color because a smoky eye is all about that gradient up until the brow bone, especially when you're doing a black one. So then I'm going to take this shade, which is called Latte, and this is on an E25 brush, and we're going to put that more directly in the crease as kind of a deepener, like you're going to deepen up the crease a little bit more, and it's really going to help make that transition fade a little bit better from that black shadow we're going to put on the lid. So then to start off that black smoky eye, we're going to put Black Bean Jumbo Pencil from NYX, and we're just going to slap that all over the eyelids, and we're going to take a small smudger brush and blend it out. This does take quite a while to blend it out. I sped it up for you guys, but it does take quite a while to blend it out, so just take your time. You want it to be as blended as possible because you don't want it to be too messy or stark or whatever, so just take your time with this step. Then we're going to take Corrupt from Makeup Geek on an E55 brush, and we're basically just going to press this black shadow all on top of that black base that we put down, and we're going to make it as pigmented as possible because we want a nice, rich, dark black smoky eye, so just keep packing it on until it's as black as possible. Then I took a little bit of that Corrupt shade on that E25 brush again, and I'm just going to blend that into the crease as a kind of blending agent to blend it into the brown shades that we put before. So you're just going to buff that back and forth, and then I took my diffused crease brush and blended that with no additional product on it, just so that we have a nice seamless blend throughout that crease. I'm like very crazy about my blends being nice and perfect. Then I'm taking this shade from Makeup Geek called Vanilla Bean on this large angled shader brush. I'm just going to quickly highlight the brow bone with it. You could do a shimmery highlight if you want, but I wanted to kind of keep everything matte. So now for that nice wing, we're going to take Utopia pigment from Makeup Geek and the little adhesive that comes with the Stila foiled eyeshadows. Basically dip my eyeliner brush into that wet like eyelid primer, and then I dip it into the pigment, and then I'm going to go on my eye and basically just create a nice wing with it. It is very chunky and it will get all over your eyelashes, but honestly the effect is so beautiful and I think it's absolutely worth it. So just take your time with this step too. You're going to keep having to dip it into that liquid and dip it back into the pigment, but it comes out so beautifully, and because it's a loose pigment, it is going to glide on nicely as long as it's wet. So yeah, just take your time, make a nice precise wing because this is the focal point of the look, so you definitely want it to be nice and perfected, you know? So yeah, I just did that, made my wing. I thickened it up where I wanted it to be because I wanted it to be kind of bold, so I ended up making it a little bit thicker. But yeah, once we're done with that, we're going to take a makeup wipe and clean off all the excess glitter and everything that's fallen down, because I promise you there will be a lot. And then I took my eyelash curler and just curled my lashes to prep for falsies and also put on a coat of mascara. And then I didn't get it on camera, but I used the Cream number 523 lashes, so I popped those on. Then for my face, I'm going to start with Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer and just pop that on the skin as our primer. This definitely helps your makeup last a long time and makes your skin look nice and smooth underneath your foundation. So we're just going to put that on with our fingers. And then the foundation I'm going to use is the Makeup Forever HD High Definition Foundation. Just going to pop that on with my Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki. This is a perfect foundation for New Year's Eve because it doesn't have any SPF and it's made for flash photography. So you're definitely going to be taking lots of selfies tonight. So definitely pick a foundation that will look good with flash photography. So the concealer I'm going to be using is this new Maybelline Master Conceal. I was going to do a review, but I feel like it's been too long, so I'm just going to use the products. But I have to say, this is a very nice concealer. It's nice and creamy, and it it is very, very pigmented. So I'm putting that on with a concealer brush first, and then we're going to blend it all out with my damp beauty blender. I have to say it is a little bit on the drier side, like kind of the consistency of like a NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So it does take a little bit to blend, but as long as your beauty blender is damp, it will be fine. So then I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Powder, which I've been absolutely loving, and just set all of that concealer in place. So yeah, we're going to put that in place so that we can move on to blush and bronzer. But seriously, this powder is awesome. I've been loving it. So for bronzer, I'm going to take my Hoola from Benefit. First, going to take it on a large duo fiber brush and kind of use this brush to kind of bronze and warm up the whole face first. So we're going to take that kind of on the cheekbones, around the forehead, and all the places we want to bronze. Then I'm going to take the brush that the Hoola bronzer actually comes with and kind of further define my cheekbones by going right under them with that same bronzer. Took a little bit around the nose to kind of slim that down, and also under the lip to make it a little bit poutier. Then for blush, this is the Makeup Geek blush in Infatuation, which is very, very pigmented, but they're also super blendable. So if you accidentally put on too much, it blends out really, really nicely. So I'm just putting this on with my Sigma F40 brush, which is my favorite blush brush. We all know that. So yeah, just popping that on the cheeks. I absolutely love this color. It's like a really nice terracotta kind of orangey bronze shade. It's gorgeous. Then I'm going to take this Mirabella highlighter, which I always forget the name of, but it's just really nice and shimmery, and I'm going to pop that on the usual places we highlight with my Real Techniques setting brush that I love using for highlight. Now back to the eyes, I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter eyeliner and just line my waterline with it. This is to tie the top of the eye into the bottom of the eye. It's going to make sure everything looks nice and uniform. Then I'm going to take my pencil brush with a tiny bit of Corrupt again and just buff out that lower lash line. Not too far down. We don't want it too crazy down there because there's a lot going on the top, but we do want to kind of balance the eye, so we're going to just smoke it out a tiny, tiny bit with that pencil brush and that Corrupt eyeshadow. So once we do that, we're just going to pop on some mascara on the lower lashes, and we're basically done with the eyes. And then after the eyes, we're going to move on to lips. I'm first going to line with my Jordana lip liner in Rockin' Rose, which I obviously didn't get on camera because I'm a doofus and I didn't point the camera like down enough to get it in the shot. But yeah, that's my fault. But just line your lips the way you normally do. I actually did this for all of the lip products. You're not even going to see half of it. But yeah, this is the NYC, forget the name of the actual lipstick, but the shade is the color Smooch. And it was a little bit pinker than I thought, but it was still a pretty color. I like the way it turned out. These lipsticks are actually awesome, and they're only like $2, so I definitely recommend them. And then I'm going to top it off with my favorite lip gloss of all time, the Buxom White Russian. I think it's called like Healthy Lip Cream or something, I don't know, but it's my favorite lip gloss ever. I just got a refill. It's amazing. But yeah, once you do that, you guys are basically done with the look. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did. I hope you guys have a fabulous New Year's Eve. Have fun and be safe, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.